Hello, this is for discussion board post 6. I believe that communication with Patty has been outstanding. I did call her Sunday before I headed this way to kind of get an idea of how the week was exactly going to lay out, since she has been very busy all summer. She's been going week by week, and we chatted on the phone for an hour, and she just kind of explained how the steps, what she was really envisioning for us to do, and how she would like things to go, as well as educated me on some clients that she has and a little bit of an overview, as well as to relay the message onto our other classmates that were participating in this camp, as well as staff. She did say a lot of people were headed back for college, so she was a little bit short-staffed, so she was just amazed and so grateful that we were able to come and help her out. And I believe that throughout this experience, I have showed a very good communication with not only Patty, but other staff members to kind of ask questions, since we are new, we don't really know the steps, and to guide us in those ways, as well as being clear to say, like, we don't understand, how do you guys do it, or what would you do? I also believe that documentation is not something we write out or we do throughout this program. They are here for their appointments and their time for riding and spending time with the horses, and then after their session is over, they are done, and there's no documentation or note taking after that. I believe that throughout working with these clients, we all have experienced a lot of nonverbal communication. Patty really has explained to us that she does not want us to wear sunglasses, so we are able to make eye contact with our clients, so they're able to read our faces and kind of see our facial expression. However, if we're not in the covered barn, I am not able to see without my sunglasses. But with her making that comment is a huge eye-opener, since I don't think about that when I wear sunglasses, that, oh, nobody can really see my eyes or my facial expressions I'm making. However, in a situation like this, that is a huge factor to be able to not only express non-verbally, but with our facial expressions, that is huge. With Patty, she has been very direct and has said, I'm black or white. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. I will do the same if you're doing something. Don't think I am nitpicky. I'm saying it for a reason, but I will explain later. It's just easier to say, hey, go over here, or Cherokee, stand on the other side of the horse. The leader's on this side, which is very beneficial. I would agree that I am the exact same way. Directly tell me it, and I get it. No questions further. And that has been very awesome throughout this experience, to have her be very direct and to the point. As well as if we have any questions, she is very open to explain why certain things are the way they are, or why she would like them that way. I believe that we as OT students on this camp have definitely taken responsibility of what we know and what we are capable of doing and not, and if we don't feel comfortable, we have said that. Otherwise, we will take a step back and ask questions before we do any of those tasks. Patty has definitely gave us some constructive feedback. Nothing bad at all. It was just more of, one, the sunglasses, or if someone is leading on the left side, we need to stand on the right. However, my body just naturally goes where the leader is, because I can see them and talk to them. I can see our rider on top of the horse and be able to connect all three of our conversations. So I have definitely been told 1, 2, 3 times to stand on the other side, and it's just a quick, hey Cherokee, wrong side, go to the other side, and I'm like, thank you, I was not even thinking. As well as with certain clients, I personally have approached or asked the parents if I could go try to talk and see if they would like to come out and ride. And Patty made the comment that you are a stranger, they might not know you, and that might scare them more. And I think that was huge, since I wouldn't have been able to process that till I went over there. And if that was the situation, I'd be like, I don't know what happened, and they would have explained that. So that was super nice to hear beforehand, because I'm like, that is very smart. Thank you. I did not process that yet. So having that connection and conversation with her and her knowing that I'm able to take that, I was very straightforward. When she did say that, I said, that is how I am. Tell me right away. I am now and then. Like, that works best for me. And so she's been super fun to talk with. And I as well have kind of provided a few things. We had a client that was kind of getting frustrated with coming, and she is a little overweight and was wheelchair bound. So we did have to use the lift to get her up and on the horse. And it was a lot of moving and adjusting, and she just seemed very uncomfortable. And Patty would be like, well, you're not straight on the horse. We need to move you to the left, now to the right. And when we were in the arena, Patty pulled me aside. She's like, does she still look lopsided? And I was like, yes. And Josie did ask. She said, are you comfortable though? And she said she was. So then I said to Patty, I said, okay, she's comfortable. However, I know you made the comment she has been kind of sick of coming or has not wanted to come. And I wonder if it's for how much we have to adjust her and how frustrating that can be. And that was very hard at first to say, because I did have to explain, like, I am not trying to be rude. I don't want to come off rude. I'm just wondering, are we more concerned? What is our highest priority right now? Is it our client or is it the horse? For the horse, for a client to be a little shifted sideways, if the client is comfortable and the client feels balanced, that's totally fine. However, the horse, if a client is shifted and more weight is on one side, their hip could potentially give out and they could fall. I, however, did not think it was a huge safety concern, but I did ask. And that is where I think was very good on my conversation with her. I did say, I'm not trying to be rude, but are we more worried about the client or the horse right now? And it was both. And that's when I explained, I said, I personally, if I was this client, I would be very frustrated. I would feel like I was a hassle. I was a burden. You have to do so much to get me comfortable in the saddle. I would just rather not ride. And she kind of made the point that that was very accurate, and she's never really thought about it on those terms. It was just more that it could have been a hassle and she saw it that way, but not more of the mental strain our client could see from this. And when Josie did ask if she was comfortable, Patty and I were very far behind. I said, Josie did ask, and if the client is comfortable, that is our biggest concern. And if she's comfortable, I would say that is fine. She did earlier make comments that her thighs hurt the last session very tight. As I did mention, she was a little overweight. So in a saddle, for those of you that are familiar, some of them, there's not much room to move. My thighs are very tight and constructed when I ride, and to have that extra weight and to be uncomfortable where you are wheelchair bound already, that tightness you're used to, but riding and having that rub is probably very not comfortable. So I did kind of make that comment, and as we were looking, I said her foot is out of the stirrup and she's leaning a little bit to the right. However, that will relieve that pressure in between her thighs and give her a little bit more of an open angle than a tight, compacted area. And this morning she made a comment on how amazing that was, that I did make those comments and that I was really looking at the clients. However, or not, it wasn't even a however, it was just, you really opened my eyes to that situation and you are probably right. And then I had to come back and explain to her that I definitely didn't mean it rude. I just, if I think of something, I'm going to say it right there. And that's how I said it. And she did give me a hug and said that it wasn't coming off rude at all. She's really glad that someone is able to tell her things and see things. So she has been doing it for so long that it's just sometimes you do get into a rhythm, and to have those pointers is amazing. So it was very nice to have that conversation with her and to be able to make it a professional conversation, or just two ways that we both were seeing each other's shine their light on what our concerns were. Within time management, we come around 10 o'clock and leave around 5 unless we had other plans or something comes up. That is our time, and she just gives us each day who we're working with around what time. So there's not a big organization of time management. However, when we do have our session, as long as it takes the client to prep, we have to keep in mind that we do at least want them to ride 20 minutes. So if we need to help them a little bit, unprep, that is where we will help with our time management. So we do get them out at that hour, as well as paying attention to the clock that we don't go over our time and we lose track of time for our next client. I believe that this program, as well as all of us, have demonstrated a huge respect for all different types of people or different cultures, anything in between. There has never been a direct conversation where we have to refer to someone as a he, she, or any of that. It is just, what is your name? My name is Cherokee, and they just light up to conversate with you, and they will tell you all about their lives and everything in between. However, there is different groups that come through. Some are in group homes, some are with their parents. So there is different connections that way, but overall everyone connects really well and everyone feels loved and respected, and so happy to come to this program and be around. It has been so much fun working and helping out here, not only to help Patty out and to see a progress there, but within the clients and seeing how they come and leave and hearing like their overall story that they have had since they started. If they have been here for the last 30 years, or if they started 10 years ago and they are here now and they come and they've brought all of their friends. That has just been so cool to see the growth and development of each client, as well as how the program has developed over time. Thank you.